Today, I'm going to be breaking down From a Woman by Mariah the Scientist, where, as usual, I'm going to be talking you through the various elements that I'm picking up on as we go through it. Okay, so there's a couple of key moments within this track. First one, synth keys, driving that main melody. They've got a really nice kind of old school R&B vibe to them, and it absolutely bangs. Second thing, post-chorus vocals are absolute fire. I mean, the vocals throughout this whole track are on point, but those post-chorus vocals, man, the way that they level that game up is just next level. And we're going to be talking about these things plus more in today's video. Right, let's get into some new music.
What's up, baby? What you doing?
I'm just waiting on you. Where are you?
Got caught up a little bit, so I won't be a little late.
Right, banging synth keys there, driving the melody.
I close my eyes and trust your plan. Won't let no one force my hand.
Nice vocals.
Pay the cost for true romance. And you won't buy love again. I thought I'd seen it all before, and now I've seen so much more. And finally some doors will close, but here's to open windows and look at the trust closing.
Okay, right, going to stop it there because we are or have just entered into the chorus. We're going to get a post-chorus as well. So let's cover off the intro and the first verse. So kicking off with the intro, really like those synth keys. Man, they're driving the main melody. They've got this real nice nostalgic old school R&B vibe to them, and that really comes through in the track. Second thing to pay attention to is the underlying layer. We've got these pulsing and spacious type keys, but they only come in on the first beat of every bar. We go towards the back end of the intro, we get some snaps. They've got some effects put on them to make them prominent, but also those snaps are being used to transition us out of the intro into the first verse, where we get the beat, we get the hi-hats, the snaps remain in there, the bass comes in, and we also get Mariah's vocals, which, if you notice, are big and spacious, filling up all that space on the track. And this is what we want, because we've got a down-tempo beat, and at least in terms of the verse, instrumentally, it's quite stripped back, so it makes sense to have them up front and center. But also by doing this, it helps to convey that message and the meaning behind the song. Now, there are two more things I want to draw your attention to, and it's around offbeat rhythms or patterns. The first one is, you notice that when Mariah comes in, she actually comes in off beat, meaning she comes in before the kick drum hits. And talking about the kick drum, what you'll also notice is that every other bar, we get a double hit of that kick drum. We get a dun dun. And that second hit actually comes in off beat as well. And this is something that's called syncopation. And it's where you have one or even multiple elements coming in off beat. And then the final thing to pay attention to is just how they take us out of the verse into the chorus, which is done by a simple cut in the percussions. Let's go back and let's listen.
What's up, baby? What you doing?
I'm just waiting on you.
Right, so there's those synth
Got caught
keys.
up a little bit, so I won't be a little
You
late.
can also hear the underlying layer.
I'm on the way, though.
Hurry, I love you.
Boom, there.
Too bad.
And again. Snaps coming in. Boom.
I close my eyes and trust.
And just listen to how Mariah comes in before the kick drum, right? Just listen to this. Listen.
I close my eyes and trust your plan. Won't let no one
listen to
force
the
my
double kick
hand.
drum.
Paid the cost
Coming up.
for true romance. And you
Boom.
won't buy love again. I thought I'd seen it all before, and now I've seen so much more. And finally some doors will close, but here's to open windows and look at the trust closing in. Here's to someone I can depend on, yes. Sent from above,
cut. Bangs. Okay, right, so we have just entered into the second verse, so let's talk about the chorus and the post-chorus. So the first thing that we notice with the chorus is we actually get those synth keys come back into the mix. They weren't in the mix during the first verse. Now, this is not a bad thing, because even though we've heard them before, it gives us something different to listen to in the chorus because they weren't in the first verse. The second thing to pay attention to is the vocal layering. Now, it's not consistent all the way throughout the chorus, and it is subtle, but what you will notice is that some of those back-end words and phrases begin to get layered. Now, we get transitioned out of the chorus into the post-chorus again by a simple cut in the percussions. But when we hit that post-chorus, man, this is where the vocal game really steps up, and we get some gorgeous vocals from Mariah, really stepping us up in range. We get some follow-ups as well to the lead vocal. We get the words "it exists," lead vocal, "it exists," but also what we get in the post-chorus, and I'm not sure if it's a sound or whether it's a percussion, but we get this dun 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 that follows the same rhythm as the hi-hat, and that's something that I haven't heard in the track up to this point. So let's go back and let's listen.
Some doors will close, but
here we go. Keys back in there now. Listen to the back end phrases get layered. There, very subtle. Right, cut coming in. There. Listen to that, man. There's that follow up. And there's that other sound. Listen.
And take a chance. Won't let no one say I can't. Won't call you slime cause it don't fit. I see you as more than this. I bought dreams not to mention. You pay me back in the sun. We made a pact to listen, and now I know what I was missing. And look at the trust closing in.
Okay, right, so we are or have entered into the second chorus, and we obviously will have a second post-chorus. So let's just discuss a couple of things that have occurred within the second verse. So there's really only two things I want to draw your attention to, but they are kind of repeated themes, but it's worth noting. So the first one is when we hit that second verse, you notice that the percussions get cut from the track, but they only get cut for a bar, and then boom, they come back into the mix. And then the second thing is the follow-up vocals and the vocal layering. You notice that we get a lot more of that in the second verse here than what we had in the first verse. In fact, I don't even think we had any vocal layering or any follow-ups or anything like that happening in the first verse. So let's go back and let's listen. Right, second verse coming in. Boom. Cut. Back in. Listen to the follow-ups and the layers. There's one follow-up.
And look at the trust closing in. Here's to someone I can depend on, yes. Sent from above, I am convinced. If it isn't luck, I guess love exists. Tell me how it all is, I really open.
Okay, right. I'm actually going to stop it there because it's quite obvious what's going on here. So let's discuss some of the key changes in both the chorus and in the post-chorus. And then we can go ahead and see the rest of the track out. So the first thing that I noticed within this chorus is that those synth keys, they've actually been removed from the mix. They're not in this chorus, but they were in the first chorus. And the second thing to pay attention to is that sound that I was talking about, where I couldn't quite make out whether it was a percussion or whether it was just a sound, that's actually in this chorus. You can hear it, ding, 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 right? It's in there, but it wasn't in the first chorus. In fact, that didn't come in until the first post-chorus. And then the most obvious thing that happens here in the second post-chorus is that the percussions get cut and all that we're left with are the instruments and Mariah's vocals. So let's go back and let's listen.
It's our portrays, not to mention you pay me back and then some. We made a pact to listen.
Right, chorus coming in.
Now I know what I was missing. And look at the trust closing in.
No synth keys. And listen.
Here's to someone I can depend
It's in there.
on. Yes, sent from above, I am convinced. If it isn't luck, I guess love.
Right, coming into the post-chorus now. No percussions at all. I love how she takes us up there. Outro. Boom. Vocal snippets coming in. Bangs, mate. Okay, that's it for me. If you want to see more breakdown and analyses videos, there'll be things popping up on the screen right now. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.